All right, we getting set up to do some wings. I was gonna do bourbon wings, but I changed my mind. I'm gonna do bacon whiskey wings, and I'm not gonna show all my secrets, but enough to get anybody going. So first thing, make sure you have a bowl deep enough. You don't want no splashback all over the counter. Any unnecessary cleaning. A touch of extra virgin olive oil. That's it. And then whiskey of your choice. This is what I'm using. Okay. And I'm not giving measurements because it's however much you want. And then season and toss everything together. Then it's going to go in here. And this is going to sit until at the earliest Sunday, tomorrow, a day. I may not even do it, cook them for 2-3 days. It all depends on my mood. 3 days would be perfect. 2 days would be mwah. 1 day would be all right. Couple hours, no. All right, so all mixed up, ready to go into my airtight storage bag. And I suggest using a bag instead of just using some Tupperware or other airtight container or covering the bowl. No, you're going to get a better result putting it in a damn bag. But do what you want. Y'all are grown. So, anyway, in here is just some store brand Nashville hot seasoning, garlic powder, onion powder, a touch of rosemary, some brown sugar, a little bit of white sugar, a little bit of liquid smoke, some paprika, fresh cracked black pepper, mustard powder, I'm forgetting something, oregano, I already said garlic powder, mustard powder, and celery seed or celery powder, and some various very finely chopped herbs. And then everybody's going to go in the bag and coordinate and coagulate and cooperate until at least 1 day. When actually, it's not going to be 1 day. I know it's not. Tomorrow, I will wrap these wingette sections in bacon. And put everybody back in the bag. And then Monday, I'm going to cook them. Now, you could go ahead and wrap it in bacon now and put it away and let it sit for at least a day. I prefer to let it sit, unwrapped, then wrap, and sit an additional day with the bacon. Just my preference. And cooking method. You can cook these however you want. For example, minus the bacon, actually probably be good with the bacon. Just tricky. If you wanted to deep fry them, go ahead and deep fry them. With the bacon, my preferred method is in my air fryer, which is how I might do it. I haven't decided yet. Or roast it in the oven. How I would always do it before I got my air fryer. If you're going to do it in the oven, do them on a raised rack. Basically, take a big ass cookie sheet, put a raised rack that you would use to like cool baking stuff. Put the wings on the baking rack, on the wire rack. Slap it in the oven, and then roast it how you like them to be. I'm not going to give you a time, and I'm not going to give you a temperature. I'm not a babysitter. And that's that. All bagged up and ready to go in the fridge. Now you see how this isn't puffing up when I do this? This is important. After you get your wings, anything, in a bag like this to marinate, before you close it, get the air out as much as you can. I'm not saying use a shop vac and hook it up to it and suck the air out. That's kind of over the top, even for me. But get as much out as you can. It does make a difference. Okay, so now we're going to go in the fridge, and I'll come back and talk to y'all about this again once I'm ready to cook it. Okay. All wrapped up. I know I said I wasn't going to do another one until time to cook, but some folks ask me questions, and I'm trying to head those off. So I'm using a good quality center cut bacon. You can use whatever you want, just don't use thick cut bacon. Also, you don't have to use the liquid component that I use. You can use whatever you want or omit it altogether. Get creative if you want. When you go to cook these, what I call the seam side, that's where the bacon ends. Make sure you put that down in your initial cooking. Of course, you're going to flip it over halfway through. And before anyone asks, what temperature and how long? Well, follow your air fryer directions. If you're doing it in an air fryer, or if you're going to do it in an oven, do what you feel comfortable with. I'm not going to dictate that. That's up to you. Hey, almost ready. What's important is let them come to room temperature before they go in. Also, non-stick cooking spray. Put it on there. Of course, I put it on the top and the bottom. If you're using an Instapot, when it's time to flip halfway through, what's on the bottom rotate to the top and vice versa. All right. This is how I do mine. You do yours however you want. I air fry 375 for 12 minutes. And then I roast on 350 for, depending on how many wings and how big they are, 10 to 12, maybe 14 minutes. And yes, they still come out nice and juicy. They are not dry or overcooked. Now, the thing you got to remember is I put brown sugar in here, so the sugar is going to caramelize. So they may be dark, but that's what I want. And here you have it. Important, when you're done cooking, let them rest for about 5 or 6 minutes before you serve. And there they go.